Rebuilding your temple. Today we're going to take a look at Ezra, the whole book, but specifically 1 through 6, where the Lord had touched Cyrus, the king of Persia, who was the conquering king at that time. You know, they'd been in captivity, Ezra, Nehemiah, the Jews. And so the Lord moved on Cyrus's heart, and he allowed the Jews with Ezra to go back to Israel, to Jerusalem, and to rebuild the temple. And I want you to take a look at this and expand it into yourself about your own temple. Perhaps maybe you were stronger in the Lord, had problems, fell away as in backslidden, and you came onto brokenness and even captivity, in a form of captivity, whether it's your mind or some events that maybe you brought on yourself, or maybe you didn't, but the rebuilding of the temple, you being restored, and to see some of the things, even as you go through the process of rebuilding your temple to the former glory, that is the glory of God, the glory of the worship, the glory of the way it used to be, but now even better, right? So we're looking at Ezra, and we're seeing that first you have King Cyrus of Persia, and then you go Darius, and then there'll be Artaxerxes. And well, let's stay with Ezra in the first, right around the 4th chapter. Okay, so they were given permission to go back and rebuild the temple. This is the holy place, the worship, the center of worship. You, the center of your worship to God, your temple, your body, your spirit, all those things about you, temple. Remember the Lord said, destroy this temple in 3 days and I will raise it up. And they were thinking some physical temple here, but he really was talking about himself. I'm talking here about the word as it's written here with the temple that actually was rebuilt, but also I'm getting you to look inside yourself as far as rebuilding, restoring, even resurrecting that which was broken, and even out of disobedience that you fell down and fell away. So, but you'll see as this goes along what happened right around the 4th chapter. Also, it's been brewing all along. As they went back and rebuilt the temple, they had trouble. All these letters back and forth, right around, I believe, in the time of Artaxerxes. Because even through Cyrus and Darius, there wasn't as much trouble, but it really picked up later because they didn't want this temple completed. Who's they? The devil, the enemy, people that follow evil, and all the adversaries. I mean, it says here in chapter 4, now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord God of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, let us build with you. You know, so this is also when they wanted to go in and mix it up and infiltrate and cause problems there. That's one part right there. There are many times that there were direct assaults on these people to try to make sure the temple wasn't rebuilt, or that they would contaminate it or pollute it. And so we have to watch this today, because these guys, with all the letters going back and forth, with when Artaxerxes comes along, there was a direct attempt by the enemy through these people to stop the works of the Lord, to stop you from rebuilding your temple. And I encourage you today, if your temple, if your relationship with the Lord has fallen down, and you know there was a day when you were much closer to the Lord, and you long for the Lord right now, and God has moved in your heart, you know, you are still the remnant. You still have the love of God in you, yet you struggle, and something has happened that you have fallen away, fall out of the graces of God, and yet you have that hunger and you want to get back. You see how God even moved on King Cyrus's heart, a pagan? God can do that. He certainly can help you restore your temple. We know that this temple was fully restored. Okay? Again, it was destroyed again. I mean, the temple's been destroyed, rebuilt. And so the point of this video is to help you and to encourage you through all the opposition that you're going to get as you rebuild your temple. You will have opposition. It's a guaranteed thing. There'll be Goliaths. There'll be these people. There'll be the enemy who will try to dissuade and push you away from the thing, the goal of God, the things of God in your life. So I encourage you today, rebuild your temple. Read this book of Ezra and see of all the opposition that they got. See also as we go into Nehemiah in rebuilding the walls, right? The strengthening of those things around the temple, that we see the hand of God and God honoring these people's hearts, moving in on the kings and pushing back the opposition, not allowing the opposition. You know, the devil did not want this temple to be rebuilt. The devil doesn't want your temple to be rebuilt. He doesn't want your walls to be strengthened. That's true. And you must expect, whether you have a strong temple right now, that is a relationship with the Lord, your temple, you and God, or whether it's broken down and you're building up, the opposition will come. But God is greater than all that. So I encourage you today, go ahead and read Ezra. Read about that and see if it's symbolic, it's metaphoric of many things, not just our temple, that temple, but it's even prophetic. It's even prophetic. So God bless you today. Go in the peace and the admonition and the power of Jesus Christ as you rebuild your temple. God bless you.